Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to the CR&E Morning Brew. Joe Rader, Artie, how are you guys? Good to see ya. Hopefully I sound okay. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm just gonna make my coffee and heat up my donuts. Yeah, I wish I could go for some donuts this morning actually. So, still floating. Sounds good, okay. Alright. Well, I'm back in freezing cold Ohio. As a lot of you guys know, I went to Florida over last weekend with my wife. Spent some time in the Tampa area. Um, hey, John. Hey, Lee. Thanks for stopping in, guys. So yeah, we went down there Friday night. I got to spend some time with Jim Tedesco, Tom Strange, and things. Robert Sacco. We all went over to the Suncoast Model Railroad Club, which Robert is the president of, and we met up over there and went out and had some early dinner, late lunch. Scale Train showed up at 7 o'clock or so, along with a lot of the other members, and it was nice. No, I didn't get to see Nisi or Nisi, Artie. I wish I could have spent more time hanging out with the train guys, but it was just a short kind of weekend thing, and for the wife and I to get away. So I don't want to push my luck, taking more time away from my wife. Plus, I haven't seen those friends of ours in almost 2 years. Last November, my wife and daughter went down to Disney, and they came up and met them at Disney. But I haven't seen them since 2020. Yeah, right after my son left for basic training, we went down and spent a few days down there. Oh no, what are you working on now, Joe? I'm gonna start another damn Jack project. Jack need to learn how to build his own kits and stuff, do his own projects. What's up with that? I don't want to hear he's busy. We're all busy. We all build our own stuff. Nah, I'm just teasing. I like Jack. Hey, Sarah, Attic of Treasures. Happy Thursday to you as well. And yeah, Artie, it is Tampa is Tropicana country. In fact, a couple years back when I went rail fanning with Robert and his dad Hugo, we went to, I don't know if it was Tropicana or not, but the one area we went to, they had a lot of Tropicana cars. It looked like some type of refrigerated cold storage warehouse. It was pretty cool. Eight more hoppers. Oh, for his railroad. For what is it? What is his the name of his railroad? I know you did a video on it. I just can't remember. Video is playing. It's our internet. I can see the comments. Okay, can you hear me, Sarah? Again, I'm still researching mics. And somebody, I don't know if it was John or somebody had mentioned something about, the noise in the background. Directly above me, there's this big vent. air vent for the heater. Behind that lion curtain there is my furnace room. So I put the blanket up there, hoping to dull some of the noise. Let me see if I can turn the camera here to show you. And part of it's just because, see up there, that's like the venting for the whole house. Ductwork that goes all throughout the basement to the different runs to, through the walls and everything. So that's above my head, and I'm sure we're getting noise from that. And I don't know what to do about it as far as the noise goes. For now, this is where my workbench has to be. Hopefully in the future, it won't have to be here. It will be in the furnace room, and I can just do videoing and stuff out here, or figure something else out completely. Again, I don't know what to do about it, how to deaden the sound. 3-bay hoppers this time. And it's JJCX, Jack. Yeah, those are nice hoppers you did for them last time. You doing Accurails again? Sarah's in Florida too. There's so many people in Florida that I know. Okay, well, hey, thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate the support. It's nice of you to do that. Yes. So you guys know Ron RC Toyman or whatever. So he's been auctioning off a lot of stuff. He did 2 auctions. I missed the first auction. In fact, I was so tempted. He had 2, I don't know if they were Dash 9s or Tier 4s or what, but they were Canadian Nationals and bathrooms maybe. Sound and everything. He weathered them up. Sold them both for the auction one for $300 for the pair. I just don't need any more of that, So, but I did buy 4 Canadian Pacific hoppers from him that he had weathered up and graffitied, and I believe they're all Accurail kits that he built. They look really nice, and they should be coming sometime this year. I don't know, coming from Canada, so shipping that. I won them for $50 for all 4, which I didn't think was too bad for being custom weathered and everything too. But the shipping was $35. But I justified it because I was helping him out. I guess he's going to be selling his house or something, so he's selling off a lot of the stuff he doesn't need. He doesn't want to pack up. So I don't know. I already had thought about that. Problem is there's not a lot of clearance. I just barely clear my head. I don't have to duck. So if I add anything under, the insulation might not be bad because it's at least soft if I hit my head on it. I was thinking about doing some insulation or insulation board with, the fascia board that we put up around the layouts, and just kind of boxing it in and making it look nicer. But here again, it kind of comes down to height and space. There's always the option of replacing it, going with something more streamlined. Maybe have to have a heating air conditioning guy come in and look at that, see if they can kind of, streamline that some, tuck it up more. Because the problem is rafters run this way, so I can't even tuck it in between the rafters or the floor joists because they run across this way and it runs that way. So you can't even get it that way. Yeah, I get that. I understand that. But like I said, it's less than an inch clearance probably. If I can't stand on tippy toes or anything like that, I'll end up hitting my head. Okay, that's cool. I need to get my JMRI hooked up to the layout. I got it hooked up to the workbench right now. So I need to figure that out, what I need to do to get it hooked up to the actual layout. I still have UTP panels already that won't work, even with the extra power. I don't know if I need to put the extra 5 amp booster down the line further. Right now it's just hooked up into the SB5. I got the DB5 hooked up to that. But you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 UTP panels before I start losing power. Like I can plug into them, but it's giving me a weird reading. So I don't know if it's the actual panel itself or if it's something like it's too far away. I know there's like plugins in the back of those panels. You can power the panels, I believe. But put the booster down the line. I'll have to try that and see because I got 1, 2, 3, 4 panels down the line that end up with no power. You know what I mean? Not working properly. So they can't all be bad because I've actually bypassed like the next one in line that's the first one that's acting up and gone to the next one past it and just like took that one out of the loop and it's still doing it. So I don't know if it's just too far away from the original power source or what. And I honestly haven't really played with it. I started working on the river scenery, which I haven't done any more on that. I need to start working on the next phase of that, put up another video. Because I can't run trains. I want to get my trains back up and running, so I got to get that to a point where I put the bridge back in. I don't want to rush it. I don't want it to look like garbage, but there's a lot of things I want to do. Just time. Like right now, I'm working on some pipe loads for somebody that paid me for some pipe loads. So, building those. CR&E pipe company. So, you already paid me for them. I don't like that. I'd rather you wait till I build them and send you pictures and stuff and make sure you're okay with them. Because I do custom build them as you order them. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I built so many there for a while, I got burned out on it. And I really haven't had to build any since like last summer. I don't even have any for myself. I had so many orders at one time, and I'm not complaining, believe me, I was very grateful that push it on the line. It's too far away. Put it in after your last good one. Yeah, it kind of almost look like gas piping, Not gas. I guess gas. I guess it'd be yellow. I don't know what they look like. I know I've seen pipe like that, water pipe. I guess. Yeah, I'll have to try putting it down the line, see if that helps. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with that later. I don't know. I want to get these built so I can send them out maybe by Tuesday or something. I work on Saturday, so I don't have much of a weekend really. I'm honestly thinking about taking the button board out over there by my co-op and redoing that panel. Still keeping the lights and everything in it, but instead of having toggles, using the controller like I have everywhere else, I use our ProCab controller to switch my turnouts. So I'm thinking about doing that over there, but leaving the lights on it so it would still show direction and stuff. But yeah, these are more like water, probably water pipe. Gas is yellow. Around here, gas is yellow. when they redid my street last summer. They redid all the gas lines, water lines. They dropped gas lines. They dropped. They didn't replace all the sewers, but they replaced any bad parts of the sewer that were broken or anything like that. But they thought that they were going to originally put in all new, larger sewers, and they didn't do that. I was hoping, because I have had floods down here in the basement. That's why everything's either in a tub that's on the floor, a plastic tub, or up off of the ground. It's not in a plastic tub because I've had too much crap happen. And it's all stormwater, man. Thankfully, it's not sewage, it's stormwater. It's just annoying. It's a big pain in the ass cleaning that up. But yeah, going back to the pipe loads though. At one time I had so many orders I couldn't keep up, and I had a bunch that I had for myself, and I ended up, adding those in to supplement because I had run out of material, and I had to wait for it to come, and I wanted to get them shipped, and I planned on just making myself some because I do want to have a pipe company, being that I make the damn pipe loads. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if they do that here or not. Water's gray, black, or green. Green here generally, I think. Purple and pink for recycled water. Yeah, I don't know if they do that here. I know when I was spent a summer running a concrete mixer, and they were burying electric lines, and we had to tint the concrete red. I think it was for the electric lines. It was all red tinted concrete for where they buried it underneath. Found that kind of interesting. Now we're going back to 1993 or something like that when I was doing that. But sorry, I missed that, Joe. Yeah, that's cool. What did I just see had those? You said those are Acurails? Maybe it was Acurails. I know I saw them in the 2-bays that were data only. I was going to get some and I didn't. Cause that's kind of nice, because I was going to get some of the gray ones and just throw my decals on it and just use whatever the gray was. I have a certain gray color I use, but I probably don't have to. Gray is gray. It can just be, some weathered already. But I don't know. Man, I gotta tell you, it's just depressing being home. I mean, it's good to be home, but it's depressing. When we got home, it was like we left Tampa. It was like 80 degrees and sunny. We got here Tuesday afternoon, and it was gray, raining, 40 degrees. And today we woke up to like a sleet, snow, 25-degree kind of morning. Just frustrating. But I mean, it is what it is. If I didn't go to Florida, it would be no big deal because, a 40-degree day is actually not bad for end of February, beginning of March. Like gray, okay. Yeah, I want to say, well, the ones I just bought, like that blue one I sent to you, Joe, was gray. It was, I did look at one. I thought I made one. It's over there somewhere. But I painted it my gray that I like. It's a little different color, but I could have just stuck with the gray right out of the box, to be honest with you, for the gray ones. Hey, Dwight. It would have been fine. I still have 2 blue ones here. I got a decal. They're all ready to go. That's why I was talking to somebody. Was I talking, or was I on a group chat or something? We're talking about weathering. Maybe it was on Sparky's channel or something last week. Or we were on. Oh, it was on Track Tuesday. Tuesday night, and Wilmer was asking about weathering. Do you weather your cars, this and that? I don't always weather right out of the gate because I want to get them on the layout. Ideally, I would do it all before a car actually ends up on the layout. Like this is all painted up. I just have to decal it. But what I do is I weather up the trucks and the couplers, at least that much, before I put it on the layout. I don't necessarily weather the car up completely. Like I usually will spray them with a dull coat of some sort, just a clear dull coat. Even if it's already a pre-made car, just to get that plastic shine off of it. Anthony, Georgia Sunbelt, what's going on, buddy? So I will do that a lot of times. And this is just a rusty wheel mix that I make up. It's, what do I put in there? Some like raw sienna. I put in yellow, some red, a tint of black. And I'll do like a, what is this, like a tangerine color. And just depending on how much, it's like an apricot, same kind of principle. Just to kind of give it that, I like things that look kind of more on an orangey rust color. And then that has a lot of, like a brown in it. I think I put some just brown too. Forget I made this so long, I was getting low though. And I forget what the hell I put in there. I should have wrote it on the label. I just kind of mix it up and make it to what I think looks good. Test it because it comes out way more orange when you paint it on. But then once it dries, the brown kind of comes out a little bit more. Sometimes I hit it with a little dry brush of white just to kind of give a little detail. I hit the spring sometimes with like a burnt sienna, a little more red, put more of a rust, just depends how I feel. I think I did a little bit of that to yours, Joe. Artie says, I remember when I did pipes for both tube makers who made the pipes and Shaw's Pipes, U.S. company that did the gas and fuel pipes. Fun work, interesting how they do it. Yeah. Rust powder. Start chill. And as you later it gets darker. Okay. I did pick up some powders. I buy decals sometimes from Dave's Decals on eBay. He had some weathering powders. I gotta find the damn things. I always forget I have them, to be honest with you. I haven't done a lot with powders really. I haven't figured out how to seal the powders without them, wiping out the powder. I guess you have to go like real light and then add another coat and go light, I guess that's kind of what you have to do. That's probably my biggest problem with weathering is I end up too heavy-handed. There's something to be said for just a nice light weathering, dusting kind of. I haven't mastered the art of that yet. Yeah, I wanted to go with the pan pastels. And then he had a good deal on those. Hey, Boxcar Jerry, good morning. Jerry Satterelli. And then he had this nice package deal. There was like 10 of them for, I don't know, I'm going to say like $20 or something like that. Shipping was next to nothing. So I figured I'd give him a try. And then that was when the layout was still down and I didn't have my work table up at all yet. So everything ended up, I never got to use any of them. Long story short, I didn't use any of it yet. So I'll get around to it. That's the thing with this hobby. There's so many other things besides just the trains. Seal the work. Sealed the work with spraying the model with dull coat, and I'm finished with the powder. Yeah, but I mean, is there a certain? Let mean, obviously you can't go too heavy with the dull coat because then it like kind of washes the powder out. That's my experience with it. I had a locomotive and I powdered the hell out of it. And I liked it. It looked really good. And then when I dull coated it, it was like I lost all the effects of the powder. So I don't know what I did wrong. I'm sure I did something wrong. I was really new to weathering. If you ever see those SD40-2s, the CSX ones I have, or a couple videos on the channel of them pulling coal, CSX coal train. I think one's empty, one's loaded train. And they ended up coming out good. I like them. I could probably do better now. They were kind of early on in my weathering days. But I tried powders first, and then I ended up sealing it, and then I ended up losing the effect I had wanted. Sometimes you can get yourself overwhelmed with trying to do too many aspects at once. Hey, you're not lying, man. And there's so much to do. Like I said, I wanted to focus kind of on, I'm going to keep looking over here because that's where the river scene is at. And start out with a good head of steam and then you kind of trail off. You know. These testers spray can just go over it once. It doesn't change the effect of the powder like other brands. I have to try testers. I've just used like store brand Rust-Oleum or Krylon matte finish, stuff like that. I haven't really tried. Wigwag Workshop by Randall Allison. Thanks for coming in. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm not using the right stuff. Maybe I need to use an airbrush kind of sealer, something that you use from like Model Masters or somebody like that. I mean, here's a mess. You're getting old, man. You get that shoulder surgery? Or is it your neck? But the neck, you probably got a pinched nerve in the neck and it's messing your shoulder up. Try physical therapy or like massage therapy. Like early, I'm up too early. Going to be a long day. Early? Shit, it's almost lunchtime. Let's get it. Any of you guys going to, I think we talked a little bit last Thursday, to Strasbourg. I think, I know Jim, I was talking to Tedesco when I was in Florida. I think he's planning on it. If things don't change, he's planning on coming up, which I'll be glad to see him and his wife again. One nurse coming. I don't know what that means. Don't use the cheap brands. I did that on my cab car. Made a mess. Okay. Yeah, let me have to pick up a can of that testers and give that a try. You want on Saturday, Joe? We're going to drive up Sunday. We'll leave kind of early. Friday. Leave early, drive up. If I get the day off, I asked for the day off. We'll see if I can get it off. That's the plan, anyways, because we got to. I'm going to stay at that Red Caboose. And Friday and Saturday, we're going to stay there. So I'll see you Saturday then, Joe, and whoever. I'll see whoever's there Friday. I'll see you there. Okay, Artie. So yeah, if we leave early enough, it's about a 5.5, 6 hour drive. So I want to get up. I'm an early riser anyways, get up and have breakfast or something, or start heading out and grab breakfast on the road and get there hopefully by noon. See what the wife wants to do. Oh, cool, Anthony. I thought I remembered you saying you're going to go. Good to see you again. Okay. I haven't gotten any like details as far as what times, if we're gonna like all try to ride like the train together or go to these different things together. I think it's still kind of a little bit up in the air. Um, yeah, I'm really hoping you make it over. I really want to meet you, man. So hopefully you get your little blue book. You talking about the passport? When you say blue stamp book, that's the passport you're talking about? I don't have a passport. I really need to get one. I know that when I renew my license next, I'm going to have to get at least the driving part as a passport. So if I'm going to do that, I might as well just get an actual passport. Morning, Train Freak. Good to see you. Drinking some Maxwell House this morning in my Train Freak cup, which you can get on the Train Freak channel, Teespring account. If you go to Sparky's channel, he has a video about Strasbourg. I'm sure you guys all know. Everybody in here pretty much knows. But for anybody that doesn't, go to his channel. He has a video up there just about Strasbourg. Just pop your comments in there if you're going or not, ideas of what you want to do, stuff like that. Also, there is a Teespring account. It's under Sparky's name. You can go there. He has shirts. I ordered my shirt. And I ordered a mug. It says Strasbourg 2022. I think Sparky's name's on it too. And I got the one with the front picture of the Strasbourg Railroad on it. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's a pretty cool channel. I don't know. Looks a little, I love that logo, Jason. It's got that graffiti look to it. And I don't know if you came up with that or somebody did that for you, but I love that. It's really cool. And I'm, like most of us have, a lot of us anyways have Teespring accounts. You could always get stuff from me if you want. I might just Crooked River Railroad, or for the morning brew, I have a few items up for that. But Jason's got a bunch of stuff, cool stuff too, on his channel with T-shirts, cups, so on and so forth. But yeah, you guys know I collect the cups and. Oh, that guy. Yeah, there you go, Artie. Yeah, remind me. I think I still have that package for you. I haven't eaten it yet. From that running trains and things uses. I have to look at that. I just go through the Teespring app and try to create stuff. I mean, not really create. These are like photos I've had. Like that's my logo, so I pull that up for my pictures and stuff. Does it cost? No, wait. It doesn't cost money to open up a Teespring account. It doesn't. I don't think it. No, I never had to pay any money for that. What you do is you create some items, and then you set the price on it. It tells you what kind of profit you'll make off of that item. They take their cut, and then you get a little cut. If you want to, you can make it where it's just strictly cost, and you just have these items, and people can buy them, and basically you make no money. But I think anything I sell, I make maybe a couple bucks on. I try to keep the price as low as I possibly can. But yeah, like Train Freak says, there's no upfront cost. There's another one, Cafe Press, that Jeff Elkington or something like that. I had this cup last week. He uses that one. There's some other ones out there. I think Cafe Press is one of them. I don't think that costs anything either. Yeah, and then you go on and you can design shirts, cups, mouse pads, cell phone cases, pillows, blankets, whatever the heck, There's all kinds of different things you can just make the design and you can put it on all these different things. And you create a store and throw it up there on your comments part of your channel or whatever. You gotta figure out how. Do you have to, Jason? Do you have to be monetized? That's what I was going to ask you. You had 10,000 subs. I don't know. Sparky's is linked. He doesn't have 10,000 subs. I was just going to ask you how to link that. Sparky linked it to his channel. I don't see any way for me to do that. I only have just under 2,100, 2,050 something. Plus, I don't know how to get more hours. I'm so tired of it, man. I put up videos. I do live streams. I don't know what else to do to get hours. I'm stuck like at 2,600, and you need like 4,000 to get monetized. I think you can do them either way. I think they're screen printed. The one I got a new one for my channel because I knew I was going down to Florida to the meetup with Scale Train, so I wanted to have a new shirt that didn't have stains and shit all over it. Because shut up, Anthony. Well, he's talking about needing 10,000 subs, so 2,100 is a heck of a long ways away from 10,000. I thought Sparky only had like 5,000 something. Display your channel, you have to be at 10,000 subs. Well, how do you link it? That's all I'm saying. I mean, Sparky says there's like something you can click on his main page on his video. Then you can click and it'll bring up his Teespring store. There you go. I mean, I put it in the description, obviously, the link if you guys want to go to it. But I know there's a way to link it. Apparently, you have to have enough subs. And again, I don't know how to get the watch hours, man. Part of me, like, it bugs me, and I want to get there, and the other part of me doesn't care. But you do this stuff anyways, so it'd be nice to get the feedback and to get these milestones. I guess I don't know. I go back and forth to whether I care or don't care. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, we were talking about like memberships last week, and I kind of go back and forth on that too. There's part of me that thinks, why not ask, because I see a lot of guys have memberships and people do subscribe to them and this and that. Not saying people would do it for my channel, but then I've taken such a stance on it at times where I just think it's not the best idea. So to change my mind on it would be kind of like flip-flopping. Mine is linked in my channel banner. It doesn't display my items. Oh, you mean like the banner I have running across the bottom here? Has your Teespring link in it? Is that what you mean, Jason? Because Sparky has like something you can actually click on and take you right to the Teespring store. Yeah, I got a cup for Strasbourg. I thought about bringing that, but I've got it in gray instead of white because I thought it looked kind of cool in gray. I wasn't thinking about people signing it, so I wonder if I'm going to have to bring like just strictly like black markers or I don't know. On their channel homepage. So there's a link on the homepage. Well, maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Thinking of, not like in the video itself. On the homepage. Well, how did you link that up? My package from Toyman is in Chicago now. There's progress. I'm excited to get those. I've got to go through my stuff. I mean, my wife gave me an allowance, if you will. We did go to Zitnik's trains. YouTube. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. I'll call you later or something. Or you can call me later when you have time. What was I saying? Oh, I didn't really see any. Well, the problem with the Zitniks is if I would have bought something there, I would have had to ship it home because we only packed little carry-ons, and I didn't like check a bag or anything like that on the flight. So, but I did order some things. I'm trying to update my intermodal fleet, so I will. Let me know if anybody's interested. Be looking at selling a lot of 48-foot wells, some 48-foot containers probably. Most of the wells that are 48s are like work kits. I mean, they run great and stuff. I run modern, and there's no. I don't think they run 48s anymore. They cut those all down to 40s. So let me know. I have to go through them all, and maybe I'll list them. I don't know where to list them at though. That's the problem. I guess I can do a video of them. Whatever I'm going to sell, I'll do a video of, and guys can hit me up, friends through here first before I post them, like on Facebook or on eBay and stuff like that. They run 48-foot wells, Jason. I thought they did away with the 48s and was cutting down to 40s. I don't see any 48-foot trailers running. Same thing with the 45-foot containers. They still run 45-foot containers. No, they run 40s and 53s. I don't know. I didn't think they were still running them. That's why I was going to sell them. '20s, 40s, 48s, 53s. Containers. I rarely see a 48-foot well. Yeah. Well, I mean, what I might do is go through the containers. I got a bunch of containers, really great price with Container Man a while back. They had some smoke damage on them when he had his fire. Not bad though. I mean, they weren't deformed or anything like that. Just a little bit of a film on them. A little weathering, if you will. But it was mostly like on one side, probably whatever side was facing out in the box. 48-foot sea containers from Europe, Asia to the U.S. What I would do if I would sell, I could either do it one of two ways: sell the containers, $5 a piece. I don't know, $4 a piece. Just depends. I'd have to think of a price, see what they're going for. Sell some of the 48s. Thing is, I got a lot of 48s. I got some 45s. It'd be nice, like at least to be stacked up, in the yard. But like I said, I can either sell the wells with double stacks together as a set, kind of like the N scale guys do, with like how Cato does, or containers minus semi sucks. I've never actually pulled a container on a container chassis. When I was younger, my dad was running flatbed, and he would once in a while get a container they would strap down to a flatbed. So I don't know if there's a difference there or not. Yes, Jason. 20s on the bottom. let's put it this way. Either way, going from not having much intermodal to having not container man a lot, but I have a lot. So I think I need to kind of consolidate what I have, sell off some of the stuff I don't want, and use that in other areas. Who knows when I'll get around to doing it. If anybody's actually really interested, let me know. Maybe it'll light a fire under me. But I don't know. We'll see. I need to go through my covered hoppers and stuff too. Just not enough room on the layout for all that stuff. Bad they can't be tied down on the little trailer when pulling them. Yeah. Well, I mean, the actual container chassis has those locking. You lock into those pins or whatever. Containers are too modern. Yeah, you need more like trailer on flat car stuff, Joe. That's what I want to get, some spine cars. But I want to get some good spine cars. I had some that were like Athearn kits, and they were so light, man. Constantly derailing. I sold them. I couldn't stand them. But I'd like to get some, like, I'm trying to think who made them. It was Athearn. Made metal ones, nice metal ones. Danaman sent me a lot of well cars. I didn't get any cars from him, just containers. But he gave me a hell of a deal on them. That's why I wouldn't sell any of those that he got me for like a ton of money, because I didn't pay a ton of money for them. But here again, most of them were fire damaged. Smoke damage, not fire damage. A lot of them were not bad. I mean, I could go grab one and show you. It's not bad. It's just a little bit of a discoloration on them. Who just did something on that? It was at HO Scale Evanston Division. The guy that used to do the Geneva sub at N Scale. Never think of that guy's name. But he just did. He just bought some through Lombard Hobbies. They did a little thing on them, and he liked them. Not bad. I think they were for 2 container set, or either 2 or 3, and it was like $35 or $6. So not awful. I just picked up some Rapido 53-foot refrigerated containers, a couple of 2-packs, and they were 26 or something, 26 something for the 2-pack. I didn't think it was bad. You know, they're not sound containers like the ones that Scale Trains was doing, where they have sound. And I might actually try to pick some of those up. I wasn't running 53s. I was running all 48s. And then now that I'm went modern, it's all 53s and then the 40s. So I stopped buying spine cars haul trailers, truck trailers. Athearn, I think, was the one that was doing like a 5-car set. Well, that's, I think what I had was, is it spline or spine? I don't know. Either way, you guys know what I mean. I think they were Athearn Blue Box, and I had no luck with them. It might have been, maybe I built them poorly. Maybe I needed to do something different with them. I just couldn't seem to get them to stay on the track. Of course, that was on the old layout, and I had more track issues on the old layout than I do on this. So it could have been a combination of things. So, okay, Wig, thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. Have a great day. Enjoy your meetings. Hopefully they're not too long and boring. I would like to know that as well, Jerry. Does anybody know who makes a good spline car set? I want to say that I saw Athearn like ready to roll or something like that. It was already built and You didn't have to build them. Some things I like building kits on. Like I love building covered hopper kits. I don't like building open hopper kits. I cannot build tank car kits. I mess those up constantly, so I quit building those. Nathan Ray Roll Walters makes spine cars. Okay. Little truck trailer trains. Yeah. Well, do they even run those anymore? The 89 foot, talking about like the long ones that you can put double trailers on. I know a lot of those have been really relegated to military use. I don't know if I'm allowed to. If I could post these little shorts that my son sent me of him when he was loading the trains to go down to Louisiana. He's loading on the way back now too. Auto rack kits are a pain, but it says right on the flat car for military use only. I don't know if they're 85 or 89 foot flat cars. But we'll see. Well, the road railers, yeah, those I think would be a total pain. Damn it. Where'd it go? Yeah. Road railers those are different. I think there's just basically trucks, aren't they? The truck's attached to the actual container. It's not really a frame and everything. I could be wrong on that. I don't know if those are modern or not. I have no idea. Hey, Trey Godwin. How's it going, Pappy? DOD flat cars. Yeah. Where at? I could open on rack kits for a pain. I've never built those. Your era would be open racks, right, Jason? Well, those are really cool because if you could get some neat cars to put in there, where you could actually see the cars. I see some really cool videos of guys that have them, and it's really cool to see. Jerry, yeah, their defense cars. What are modern-ish? The road railers are modern, Artie? Something I don't want to run. I don't need to run. Did you ever have any of those, or is that more like 1970s or whatever? Or maybe that was earlier, the box cars where they would like tip up the sides like that. The cars would like sit in there and they would tip them up inside the box car. Those are kind of neat. The frames keep cracking. What are you talking about, Artie? Road railers? Yeah, Jason. Maybe that's what I don't know what they're called, but the cars would be like they drive up to the sides of them, nose in or tail in, whatever, like on a ramp, and then it would like tip it up into the box car, and then that would be the side of the box car. You know what I mean? So it would be closed with all these little doors that would fold down. If I'm thinking of the right thing. Oh, okay. I don't know. I had a chance to buy some in the past, and it was not something I was interested in doing at the time. Still not interested in doing it. wouldn't mind getting some spine cars, 'cause I think those are still being run around, and 53-foot trailers and stuff. You know, it'd be kind of neat to mix in with intermodal trains, you know. Chevy Bacon. Okay. Okay. Well, maybe. I don't know. I just know I've seen pictures of box cars like that, and I don't know much about them. So either way, I thought it was kind of cool how they did it. I don't know how well it worked. I mean, for how long they did it, but it was kind of neat to see. I guess I didn't ever see it in person, but in pictures it looked pretty cool. But so anyways, yeah, if anybody's interested, let me know. I don't know what I'll sell them for or when I'll sell them, but if somebody really wants to see what I have, I can show you. Maybe, like I said, I'll do a video eventually. So there's just so many things to do right now. Kind of trying to, well, I want to get these pipes done so I get that off my plate. I don't like having that hanging out there. When the guy asked me if I can make them, I told him it was going to be a delay because I was going out of town and stuff, so it would probably take me a little bit longer, and he was fine with it. But I don't like having shit hanging out there like that, especially since you already paid me. I don't like that either. I think maybe they didn't put fluids in there. So that's kind of what I was thinking too with the fluids. They would probably have to, yeah, but they'd have to have something in there if they drove them from the factory floor to load them, unless they pushed them or pulled them. I don't know. But you can't, you know, run the motor empty. You have to have something in there. Well, it's gas, unless they drained it all out when they got it over to the trains to load them. But I don't know. Maybe that's why they quit doing it. Yeah. Good nose down. Very interesting. I don't know how long something like that would have been viable. Obviously they don't do it anymore. Now, what I've always wondered is those big long auto cars, not the auto racks, but the auto box cars. Do they put cars in them, or is that for parts, like auto parts, or both? And do they still do anything like? Are those still around? Those big long bastards. They're like 80 feet or some shit like that. $86 cars with parts. And yes, they still use them. Is that what you mean? They use them still, and that was for parts, not for actually loading cars into? Okay, I didn't catch a video yesterday yet. Does it work? Sometimes I'm able to do some shit like that at work, but only on my lunch break. CSX still runs them, but they put appliances in them now. Yeah. The 86-foot long auto box cars. How popular are box cars anymore? Do they still run a lot of box cars? Or they just kind of, everything I see seems pretty roached out? Maybe not. I know they're still out there, but I feel like, oh, so sorry, guys. I feel like the container is taking over for a lot of that kind of stuff. Ford, GM. Current 70 auto racks and hazard lights on. It's kind of funny. Already I've owned a little bit of all of them, man. I have a Ford Escape now because that's what was Bought that used. I've had Buick in the past, Chrysler, Dodge. Had a couple of Ford Rangers. Um, one was a 91. One was a one was like an 80 something. I bought off my grandfather, 88, and I bought one later on that was a 90, 91 or something. Those old Ford Rangers. Hey, Low Country Road, how are you? That's okay. I'm getting ready to get off here pretty soon, anyways. Um, I'm not really one or the other guy. I could care less. I try to stay with at least American names. I know most of the shit's made all over the world anymore. Anyway, Martin Searsma, how are you? Windows open or actually have broken windows, yeah. I think they had a lot of break-ins and graffiti and damage and stuff too with those open racks and stuff. I hate all the cars. For somebody who works on cars for a living, I hate them all. We generally bought our cars just based on what we felt. Like I said, I try to stay with the American name. I had one Honda, I think it was a Honda, and they always said good things about them, and this thing was a lemon, so I never bought another one. Right now, I have a Chrysler minivan, Town and Country, and a Ford Escape. I had a Dodge Intrepid. That was probably my favorite car. That thing ran like a beast, and it was like riding on air. It was almost like a Cadillac, just beautiful, man. What else have I had? There's two Ford pickups, a couple of Chrysler Town and Countries. And we had leased a Jeep, not Liberty. Who's the other one? Patriot, small one. Worst riding thing I ever had. Terrible on gas. Terrible. Oh my God, things. You think it was a big V8 or something? It was a little four-cylinder and sucked down more gas. Anything I've ever owned. And sorry, Randall, I hated. Mine was. Hell year was mine? Like I said, it was a lease. 2014, maybe something like that. Rode like shit. Sucked down gas. Terrible. Be honest with you, that minivan does really well on gas. Believe it or not, you think it wouldn't. It's a six-cylinder, but it does really well. Especially when you get on the highway and you can take a trip in it or something. My daughter had a Dodge Dakota, 8-cylinder, 4x4. And it's balls, man. It was nice. She just got rid of it. She bought a Ford Escape too. She wanted something a little. We got it used. The truck was used when we got it. So it was getting up there in miles, and it was getting to be where she was going to have to put more money into it. And, she just wanted something reliable. She's a young girl. She don't want to mess with repairs all the time and shit like that. So she liked our Escape, so she went ahead and, I don't know, man. That piece of shit I had didn't average for 28 miles a gallon. I'll tell you that, Randall. I mean, maybe because I drive mostly city driving, I don't drive a lot of highway anymore. I mean, I work a mile from home. My wife works like 5 miles from home. Well, she's at home now. But when she was going to the office, it was only about 5 miles or so away. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you what. Mine was a brand new one when I leased it, so I didn't have to do any repairs. Though I did have to fix the damn windshield in it because I got a crack in the windshield. So when I turned it back in, I had to fix the windshield. Yeah, and no offense, they look nice. It was cool. My son called it a Jeep Light because it doesn't have like a tire on the back or nothing like a true Jeep. But hell, these cars don't even have. My sister has is it a Ford? I think it's a Ford. It's not the Escape. It's some other piece of shit. But it don't even have a spare tire, man. They give you a fix-a-flat thing in there. What the hell is this shit? They don't even give you the donut tire anymore, the little donuts. That's one thing I did like about the old Ranger when I had it, was it did come with a full-size spare. So, I mean, I thought that was nice. But we're going back to the 90s now, so, who knows what they do now. All right, Low Country, thanks for the insight and for stopping in. That's what it is. Maybe it's a Ford Edge. Hers did not. Maybe it's not an Edge. Not an Edge. It's son of a bitch. I think it's a Ford. It's not much different than my Escape. Okay, John. We'll see you, bud. You going too? Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, hers, because she got it flat at work, or it was running, the tire was low on air, so her fiance came and got it, took it to put air in it, and then the next morning it was already got air or whatever, so he was going to put the spare tire on. There's no damn spare tire. So they just had like a fix-a-flat kind of thing in there. Hey, Darren, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, but a lot of them aren't coming with them anymore. They're coming with like that fix-a-flat, or it has like a little tiny air compressor kind of thing in there. I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to save weight, save space, save money. I have no idea by not putting a spare. I don't like it, I tell you. You get it stuck on the side of the road, you don't want to fix a flat. You want a damn spare tire to get you the hell off the side of the road. But I don't know anymore. I don't know if there's a whole lot of difference between this brand or that brand, to be honest with you. Maybe. Yeah, I kind of go to the lot and see what I like, see what looks good. Very rarely do I buy anything new. Just try to buy something low mileage and fairly new. Let somebody else learn all the kinks out of it. New enough where you can still get the warranties and stuff on it. I usually will buy a little bit of an extended warranty. When I financed, I bought the Town and Country we bought was a couple years old. It's 2013. When we bought that, the finance company actually made us get a warranty on it, or the financing. I don't know, maybe it was just my financing or whatever, but yeah, they made us do that. Which in the long run I was kind of glad about, because the nice thing with that was it came with like, I don't know how many like oil changes and tire rotations and 3 years worth of that shit. So I didn't have to pay for an oil change. No, I paid for it in advance, I guess, through the payments, but you have to come up with money out of pocket up front every time you go. Yeah, no shit, Joe. Ridiculous. Even the Rangers, when they came out the Ford Ranger again a few years back, they were 30 grand for a half a truck. I bought my Ranger. Now, like I said, we're going back. It was a 90 when I bought it at the end of 90. So it was brand new when I bought it. And it's back when I think the S10 and the Ranger and like the GMC, I want to say Sierra or whatever their little truck was, they were kind of going back and forth, and it was a big deal that I had AM/FM cassette, had carpeted floors, I had aluminum fancy wheels, I had a rear step bumper, and it came with a bed liner, and because like I think the S10 only had like a bar on the back. It didn't actually have a like a real bumper. This came with a chrome step bumper. It was all fancy looking. All this kind of shit. It was 5-speed. I liked that. It was manual transmission. Um, no air. Had a sliding rear window. I mean, there's just these little things like that that were like they're fighting over. Just because that's when those little trucks first kind of got real popular in the late 80s, early 90s, like that. And I think I paid less than, how was a sticker on that thing? Of course, like I said, I'm going back now, so I'm dating myself. And I think it was like $7,000 or $8,000, $9,000 or something like that for that truck. Brand friggin' new. I had that thing forever, man. I put 150,000 miles or something on that truck before I finally traded it in. It was after we got married and had kids, and I only had the 2 seats. And my wife couldn't drive stick, and she hated it because of that. So, yeah, me too, Jerry. But so I figured if she was ever in need of it and they had to get the kids somewhere or something, she wasn't liking driving stick. So I figured, well, let me get rid of this thing. Plus, it was starting to get all rusted out and starting to have some headaches with it. So it was time to get rid of it. I love that little truck, man. Loved it. It's real pretty, like deeper blue with like a metallic in it. But anyways, my grandfather was selling his. His was an '88 Ford Ranger. It had the seat, like the extended cab, where I guess you could sit somebody back there. It would be really tight, but at least you had something behind the seat where you could store shit. Mine didn't. And he had it was an old man looking truck. He had a cap on it and shit on the back, and had a longer bed. Mine was just a 4-foot bed. His was a 6. But it was low mileage, man. It was in good shape and everything. And I bought that off him cheap, a couple grand. And I ran that for quite a few years. My wife didn't like driving it, but she could drive it because, like I said, it was not stick. It was automatic. I liked the stick better. Oh boy, I got off on some weird tangent today, didn't I? But that's what I like about this show. We just talk about any old thing. Yeah, base model Tacoma is around 30,000. Oh, geez. I feel like 30's on the low end. The Chevys are ridiculous what they want for those things. Like somebody was just saying, 50,000 for new trucks. That's if you can even get anything. They're still waiting on computer chips and everything like that. So you have people paying attention to this war that we don't belong in over there. They forgot about all the other shit going on. 3/4-ton trucks run closer to 70. Holy God. How the hell are people affording it? You buy, don't get me started. How do you afford that shit? For a damn vehicle, man. My house is $140,000. It's half the cost of my house. For something that's going to depreciate right off the lot. Yeah, honestly, I haven't even looked because thank God right now, I'm not going to wood now that I say that everything's going to break down, but everything's been running pretty good here. So I haven't had to do any repairs or anything like that. I haven't had to think about buying anything else. So already said something about 800,000. You're talking about a tractor, like a big truck. My dad bought it back in 1989. He bought a brand new Kenworth T600 or whatever they were. The Anteater became known as the Anteater. It had the Kenworth with the sloped hood. It was double sweeper and all that stuff. And I think he paid about $100,000 for it. Again, going back to 1980 something, 1990. I just happen to remember that. He ended up wrecking that truck 10 years down the line or something, and then he bought another truck. It was a used one for about the same amount. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, I think, and go do some stuff. Like I said, I want to get these pipe loads built today, and they're working on them today anyways. Might mess around with the river scene a little bit. So hoping to put out a new video. It's getting to the point now where I got to start doing some foliage. Foliage, is that what they call it? Foliage. So I got to figure out how I want to do that. And pretty happy with it so far. But I'll put a video out on that as soon as I get something new done. $20 Australian dollars. Paid $800,000 for a cab and 2 trailers. But it's still a lot of money. Should do live of working on a layout. I could. I just think that'd be boring as hell. But I mean, if you guys want, I can. Sometimes I'm just kind of talking to myself, staying around pretending like I know what I want to do next. That's why I say, like somebody made a comment on something I said in the one video about, wow, I'll give this a try, just experimenting. That's really all. I think it was Pappy that said something. That's what it is. It's experimenting for me. I have an idea in my head what I think I want it to look like. I just start throwing shit at the wall and see what sticks and looks good. So, like I said, I kind of have an idea of what I want, and then kind of got to go from there. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it's like scrap it and start over. All right, Joe, we'll see you. And yeah, tonight, don't forget, guys, Jim Tedesco's channel, Short Line Thursday. And you got Third Rail Thursday after that at 8 o'clock. Jim's at 6 Eastern, and then they're at 8 o'clock Eastern. I'm not sure who's on. I think it was Mark last week. So maybe it's Chris this week. Don't quote me there. I appreciate all you guys stopping in and hanging out with me this morning. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I like doing this show. Not that I don't like doing On Track Tuesday, but I feel more pressure for that show. Like I have to do something, show something. But this one here, we just sit around bullshit. I like it. No pressure, I guess. You know what I mean? Just talk about whatever you want. So with that being said, I'm going to cut out of here. Thanks again for watching. Who's doing On Track Tuesday this coming week? I think should be Tony, Redbird Tony. Hopefully he's feeling okay. Keep him in your prayers, guys. He's going through a lot right now. He does need a kidney. I know a woman was talking about it. So that stinks. But, just be grateful when you get your health, So, all right. We'll talk to you all later. Bye for now.